Hey everyone, it's the Daily Schmooze. Uh, I don't know if you could hear it or not. In the background, I'm playing Crumbling Down by John Mellencamp. The reason I'm doing that is because it's day one of the renovations. We're getting a new kitchen, and so pretty soon the walls will be crumbling down. Uh, actually, they're pulling out the cabinets and they're doing that. They're only knocking down one wall to make the kitchen bigger. But if you hear any banging or any explosions during this podcast, that's why. Um, the the air. Anyway, I don't know whether I should be wearing a hard hat and goggles or not. I'm trying to stay far away from the construction as I can. I'm not a construction person and I'm trying to stay away from it. But my problem is everything's been moved out of the kitchen. So I'm very, very confused. I'm asking Holly all day, all morning, where do I go? Because usually in the mornings, I have my routine like everybody does. After I get done shaving and showering and dressing, I water the flowers, and then I go into the kitchen and take my pills so I can live. And I have a little breakfast. But this morning, everything's been moved out of the kitchen and relocated to a spare room. Holly uses it as her office. So everything's set up there. She's made it very nice. It's like almost like a buffet. You go in and you pick there's your pills and there's your snacks and there's this and there's that. Uh, I just need a little direction because I'm old and I'm senile. So, it's like I'm wandering around like a nomad saying, where do I go? Where do I go? And she's pointing me into the spare room. So I think maybe we're going to have to put up signs. This construction project is probably going to take a few weeks to get done. So we may have to put up some road signs, like in the hallway and in the living room, saying, "Go this way, go that way, go this way." Anyway, I'll keep you abreast of how the construction is going. Okay, it should be very nice once it's done. In the meantime, though, it's going to be living hell. I'm just kidding. Crumbling, crumbling. So we have a lot of things to talk about today on the Daily Schmooze. Um, I just saw a video, I don't know whether you did, online of Britney Spears. Oh my God, have you seen it? If not, Google it, look it up. She's rolling around the floor I don't know why. She's just rolling around and acting crazy. She's doing like the worm on the floor, and she's rolling and she's kicking and she's like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with her. I mean, first last week she had that altercation with that basketball player in Las Vegas where she claimed that his security hit her in the face and knocked her glasses off. Well, the surveillance tape shows that she hit herself in the face. She knocked her own glasses off, and there's no case. Although she demanded an apology from the player. So I don't know what's going on there. She's a little weird, little goofy, but maybe she's off her meds. I don't know, but check it out. She's just rolling around and doing crazy shit. I don't. And did you hear about the Aretha Franklin thing? Apparently, a judge is going to decide on that today. Here's the scoop. Uh, Aretha died, as if you don't know, and she left a will. Back in 2010, the will was found in a safe, a locked safe, and it was notarized. So it looks pretty good, right? Well, then after that, they found a second will. It was stuffed in her couch in 2014. It's dated 2014, and it's in her handwriting, as is the 2010 will. So what takes over? I mean, usually the latest will. I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but so the 2014 will should supersede the 2010. but the 2010 was notarized, right? And stuffed in her couch. Really? It's like I get this impression of Aretha Franklin sitting on her couch eating snacks and watching TV. Maybe she's watching Wheel of Fortune, who knows? And all of a sudden she says, I think I'll write another will. Now, here's the thing, the 2010 will granted one of her sons all the power. Well, he gets everything, blah, 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 blah. The 2014 will has another son in it, so I don't know. There must be some sort of a family battle going on here, like, but the stuffing in her couch, the only thing you're going to find in my couch is old pizza crust from Bud. Yeah. Although that doesn't happen anymore. Back in the day, I used to give Bud the crust of the pizza. Yeah, I didn't care for the crust too much. So what he would do is instead of eating it, he would carry it in his mouth, jump up on the couch, and stuff it into the cushions. So if people came over, visitors, they would they would find pizza crust in the cushions. Yeah, I mean, thank God I had a lady come once a week, Lori, to clean, and she would flip over the cushions, the vacuum, and she'd find pizza crust in there, as well as Cheetos and Fritos and all kinds of chips and stuff. Anyway, so that's about all you're going to find in my couch. You won't even find pocket change. But Aretha. So anyway, I think what is going to determine this case, and again, I'm no lawyer, is whether the 2014 will, the one that was stuffed in between the cushions in her couch, did it have orange Cheeto stains on it? That may be the determining factor in this whole damn thing. But you know what? I say, give the woman a little respect. Get it? Respect. That was like her big hit song, but. So we'll have to keep an eye on that to see what happens there. Anyway, so the final thing I want to talk about today is our Philly ball player, Nick Castellanos, is in Seattle for the All-Star game, which is good. He's had a great year. And of course, they have all these reporters there now, not the local guys who cover the Phillies every day. They have all these national, international reporters. And a lot of the questions they ask these ball players, just like at the Super Bowl, are really stupid. Like, what's your favorite color? Or what's your favorite animal? Or, stuff like that. So they asked Nick Castellanos, who, when he first came to the Phillies last year, he was this really surly, grumpy, grouchy guy. He hardly said anything. He always looked like this. Really, you're not the most sociable guy that you'd want to take to a party or something. Anyway, they asked him, who is your favorite superhero? Nick Castellanos, of course, he's a hell of a ball player, but he's not exactly a rocket scientist, He thinks about it, and he goes, Scooby-Doo. And the reporter is very serious. He says, Scooby-Doo? Why Scooby-Doo? And Nick Castellanos thinks about it, takes a moment, and says, well, he's a dog that can talk. I'm paraphrasing, by the way. He's a dog who can talk, and he figures out mysteries and helps the world. Well, I mean, technically, he's right. I think the reporter thought he was going to say something more like Batman or Superman or Spider-Man is his favorite superhero. So to say Scooby-Doo was kind of like a Britney Spears kind of a thing, kind of weird. But now, if the Phillies are smart, they're going to have Scooby-Doo night. I think one time in the past, if I remember correctly, they did have Scooby-Doo night. Why? I don't know. But they had Scooby-Doo. It was either a figurine or it was a bobblehead with a Phillies uniform on it. And if the Phillies are smart, they would bring that back, have Scooby-Doo night in honor of Nick Castellanos. But you watch, around the ballpark, you're going to see people dressed up like Scooby-Doo in big costumes and with signs saying rut row, rut row. You know, it's going to be wild. So, what can I say? The guy is right, though. Give him credit. The Castellanos, you're the man. All right, well, I guess that's all I have to talk about. That was some kind of shit, wasn't it? Oh my God. You guys have a great day. I'm going to be battling the construction. Well, no, actually, I'm going to be holed up in my room here. And in my room, remember that old song by the Beach Boys? And I'm going to be doing some work here. I'm staying far away from the construction. Let them, unless they need my help. If they can't knock the damn wall down, they may need to call me, and I'll go in and I'll physically. Oh, by the way, this morning, before these guys arrived, I went in and I thanked the wall for its many years of service, touched the wall. I felt like writing something on the wall, but I didn't do that. So I don't know. Maybe after they knock the wall down, we will sell parts of the wall like they used to sell the Berlin. Remember when they knocked down the Berlin Wall and they sold chunks of it? We may do that. Maybe Greg's Wall, we'll call it something like that. Anyway, I think I'm going to go take a nap after all this. And you guys have a great day. And I'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow on the Daily Schmooze. See you later. Oops. There it is.